3 AI models, the exact same brief, judged completely blind. One of these models costs twice as much as the other two, and by the end of this blind test you'll know if it's worth it. Because somewhere in here my gut flagged a solution that just felt off, and days later the code review found a real data bug in exactly that spot. Let me show you the whole experiment. Claude Fable 5 just dropped Anthropic's most capable model ever, and the internet hasn't stopped arguing since. So instead of debating, I invited the 3 top models in for a working interview: Claude Opus 4.8, the brand new Fable 5 and GPT-5.5. Imagine giving 3 job candidates the exact same workday, and the graders never know whose work they're scoring. The rules: 5 disciplines, from building an app to bug hunting to the meanest task. I know more on that later. Every model gets word-for-word identical tickets and a fresh working directory. Every second is recorded. Scoring happens double blind. A QA agent reviews the code, I judge as a user, and neither of us knows which model is behind which solution. The reveal comes at the very end. Round 1, a complete shared expenses app, backend, database, front-end tests. This used to be a weekend project. All 3 delivered a working app in under 8 minutes. All 3 calculate correctly, all 3 split costs fairly, and all 3 independently picked the same settlement algorithm. That alone is remarkable. Blind testing them still felt like meeting 3 different people. One app with proper member management and clean styling, one with a clever compact overview, one more bare bones. And then there's this detail I absolutely love. All 3 labeled the amount field the German way, 42,90, and all 3 only accept the English decimal point 3 models. The same blind spot: they think in German and type in English. My blind scores: an 8, a 6 and a 3. Who's who? Stick around. Round 2 gets sneaky. I planted $5 in a project, an off by 1, a time zone trap, a race condition, the greatest hits, plus a test suite glowing red, and one rule: the tests are sacred. The result genuinely blew me away. All 3 found all 5 bugs. All 3 fixed them correctly, and nobody cheated. I monitored the test files with hash checks. For 4 of the 5 bugs, the fixes are almost character for character identical. One model even spotted and fixed a memory leak on top. One my own reference solution didn't address. Bug hunting, honestly, they can all do it really well. Round 3, I hand the models a single image, a mute screenshot of a landing page. No colors as text, no measurements, nothing. Rebuild this. What came back would have felt impossible a year ago. 3 pages that look near identical to the original at first glance. Layout, color world, pricing cards, all there. The pixel analysis crowned a narrow winner. My blind verdict went a different way, and the reason is the coffee cups. They're pure CSS drawings, and that's where craft meets art. One page nails the cup almost perfectly, one turned the logo into a rounded rectangle, one visibly wrestled with the shape. Metrics measure pixels, humans look at motifs. You need both for the full picture. Quick halftime score, still anonymous. One candidate is now leading with both juries, the code reviewer and me, and the 2 hardest rounds are still ahead. Round 4, 412 lines of organically grown legacy code, global variables, loops, nested 5 deep dead code, handwritten bubble sort. The brief: clean it up without changing the behavior by a single bit. All 3 carved the monster into clean modules, and all 17 tests stayed green. Their handwriting differs beautifully. One splits the finest, one cuts the boldest, and one wrote documentation with its own section called deliberately kept behavior, explaining which quirks it intentionally did not fix so nothing would change. That level of care is exactly what I'd expect from a senior engineer. And now the meanest task of all: the complete ticket reads: build a CLI tool that organizes my files. That's it. Not one more word. What does a good engineer do with a brief like that? Exactly, they ask questions. First, the beautiful part: all 3 models have developed a safety instinct that genuinely impressed me. None of them moves files unprompted. All 3 made a dry run preview the default. The industry has clearly learned how precious your data is. Yet only one model did a good engineer thing. It raised 4 precise questions, proposed a sensible default for each, and documented every assumption in the end. The other 2 confidently went straight to building, one of them so feature-rich that reading its readme made me pause, polished with 0 mention of any open questions. My gut stirred. Days later, the code review found exactly there a spot where, in one edge case, 2 files can silently overwrite each other. My gut had smelled the bug before anyone read the code. The Renabee reveals the character and the character predicts the code. Time for the reveal, and let's close every loop. Remember round 1, the 8, the 6, the 3. The 8 was Fable 5, the 6 was GPT-5.5, the 3 was Opus, and the halftime leader that convinced both juries, same name. The model I blind ranked first in all 3 user disciplines. The one the code review also put ahead in 4 out of 5 rounds is Claude Fable 5, the brand new one. It was also the slowest and by far the priciest, about $13 for its full workday, roughly double what Opus cost. In return, it was the only one that asked questions on the vague task. Thoroughness simply is its nature. Opus 4.8 is the value hero, the strongest code for half the money, with one creative moment in the pixel rebuild where it invented a footer line that doesn't exist in the original. GPT-5.5 is the sprinter, fastest overall, best pixel fidelity, and on the vague task a little too bold for its own good. My takeaway after this day: we argue about benchmarks online while all 3 have reached a level that was science fiction a year ago. The real differences live in their character, the thorough one, the efficient one, the sprinter. Which character you need depends on your project. If you want to try Fable 5 yourself, it's included in Claude subscriptions until June 22nd. After that, it costs extra. The window is closing. Tell me in the comments which character fits your project, the thorough one, the efficient one, or the sprinter. And in the next video, I'll show you something ChatGPT just launched as its big new feature, something my own agent has been doing for months, a memory that dreams. See you there.